fasting from sugars, I was still eating sugars. I was eating food that is high in carb. Put water inside as well to kind of reduce the concentration of the apple cider vinegar. I remember I also tried Harlemensis mix. I saw it was trending on social media. So I started taking ginger shots. For a moment, it was working and I liked it. I bumped onto this video. This video? It changed my life. It literally changed my life. Welcome to Genuine Me. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hi! Today I'm going to share with you my acne journey. Before that, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna wait for you. Done? Okay, that's great. Okay, let's get to what we're here for. I'm going to share with you my acne journey. I've always had acne when I was growing up, but it wasn't like super intense. I would normally just have 1 or 2 pimples on my face, especially on my cheek here. I'd have like 1 or 2 pimples. This side was mostly clear all the time. November 2023, I started having an intense attack of acne. Like from November up to January 2024, I was experiencing a lot of acne, which I was like wondering, where's this thing coming from? From the beginning, I thought it's going to go away. I thought, you know, maybe it's just passing, but then I saw that it's getting more and more intense and it's not intending to change. So from January this year, January 2024, I was like, I have to do something about this. I went onto YouTube and I was looking for something that I can do to just reduce the craziness that was happening on my face. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen just to show you how it was. You know what, I was at the point where I'm even afraid to take pictures. So I don't know if I have the most intense pictures of like the worst case scenario, or I just took for when I felt like it's not that bad. I don't know, but yeah, I'll put a picture up here for you to see. It was so intense. I looked into YouTube and the first video that got my attention was about apple cider vinegar. It was a recommendation from doctors. So I was like, girl, you found your solution, because I mean, if 4 doctors are sitting there and they're saying this is what you need to do, then my chances are pretty high. I don't know how many doctors it was, I'm just guessing because there were a few doctors. I went on to try the apple cider remedy, where you put a small portion of apple cider, the mother one. I know there's different types of apple cider, but I bought the with the mother apple cider vinegar. So I put a small portion of it into a small little container, put water inside as well to kind of reduce the concentration of the apple cider vinegar, and then every day I would kind of like gently put that mixture on my face. I can't say it doesn't work, but it didn't work for me. It was just drying my, I don't know, my skin would peel off. Like when the pimple dies, there would be like a dead skin and I would peel it off. Like that's what it was doing for my face. I don't know if I should say it was good, or it wasn't getting rid of the pimples. It was just making the scarring a little bit better. That's what I could say, I think. The pimples kept coming. I felt like it's not working for me because I'm still getting those new pimples every day. What I needed was something that will... I just wanted to see all the pimples gone. So I continued my research and I wanted to try something else. I remember I also tried Harlemensis mix. I saw it was trending on social media, like where you mix Harlemensis. It's kind of like a medication for kids. I don't know how people came up with this, but you know, if people are saying it's working, you want to try it out. So you mix it with Vaseline and tissue oil. So I did that. I would say it was trying, yes, with the scarring, but my pimples were still coming back strong. So I wanted to try something else. At this point, I decided to fast from sucrose sugar. I decided, you know what, anything that has processed sugar, I'm not going to eat it. So for 2 whole months, I avoided eating cakes, biscuits, anything, you name it. I was just eating plant-based foods for 2 months, which I think was good for my body. Why did I do this? I did it because I heard that insulin is produced when you eat a lot of sugar, and like if the insulin spikes are a lot, you get pimples. I don't know if that makes sense. Insulin is responsible for processing sugar in your body, and like if you're eating a lot of sugar, more insulin is produced, and the more it's produced, the more you get pimples. That's why I did it. I was like, okay, to reduce my insulin production, I will fast from sucrose sugars. So I did that. It was, you know, sometimes when things get better but they keep getting worse, like I thought by the end of that fast all the pimples will be gone, but I was still getting more pimples, so it didn't work for me. That's what I can say. So the other thing that I tried was ginger shots, and you know how ginger shots, they are always trending, like they never stop trending. So so I started taking ginger shots. For a moment it was working and I liked it, but at some point I would get a massive breakout. I heard that is normal. I heard that it happens, like it's part of recovery, like the body will be exiting, it will be cleaning your system, so at some point you might get breakouts if you're drinking ginger shots. So I wasn't surprised, but I decided to try another thing at this point. But let me tell you something, you will never regret drinking ginger shots, whether it's for pimples or for anything else. I mean, they boost your immune system, they are anti-inflammatory, they're rich in antioxidants, improve your blood circulation. Just drink ginger shots. It doesn't have to be just for pimples, for your entire well-being. With ginger shot, I know somebody might say, oh, you quit too early. I wouldn't say you're wrong. Like the breakout, when it happened, it was like intense. So I had been drinking ginger shots for like 3 weeks or something like that. I know sometimes when you're trying to combat a problem, sometimes you can overdose on something. It's always healthy for you to take a break from something. Like anything that is good can become bad if you are taking too much of it. So I felt like it was that point for me. I needed a break from ginger shots just to make sure I'm not overdosing anything for my system. So in that little break, girl, I'm still fighting these pimples. So I went on to research again. Like what I'm saying is I didn't quit the ginger shots, but I was on a break. So I went on to see, okay, in the meantime, what can I be doing? So I bumped onto this video. It changed my life. It literally changed my life. I'm telling you, I will link the videos below. I bumped onto Dr. Eric Berg's videos, and I'm telling you, these are the only videos you need to see about acne. I don't know, for me, they broke down everything for me, like from the beginning on, like what causes pimples, how to combat the causes and all of that. So I will kind of put those videos down below in the description bar so that you can go listen to those videos. So I'm telling you, if you are serious about getting rid of your pimples, go listen to those videos. Don't say I didn't plug you. I did. So I learned that pimples are produced because of a hormone called androgen, and androgen is a male hormone, but women have it too. Yeah, I think. Because but for women it can also be because of estrogen. So if your androgens are high, it enlarges your sweat glands, which can also cause dead skin and therefore clog pores, and you might end up having white hairs or black hairs. Like from my research from Dr. Eric Berg, androgens are the cause to you having pimples. How do you reduce the androgens? We get pimples because of androgens. I don't know if it's a hormone or hormones, but yeah. The insulin is the one that's causing your androgens to be too high. So what you need to do is reduce your insulin, then your androgens will be normal. They'll be not causing any... Is the plane disturbing? It's disturbing me. So remember, like I said, I fasted for 2 months from sugars, but sucrose sugars. But I realized that even though I was fasting from sugars, I was still eating sugars. I was eating food that is high in carb. Like I'm saying, insulin is the thing that increases the androgens. Guys, I realized at this point, I need to reduce eating food that are high in carbs. So what I did is I introduced fiber into my diet, because also in my research I was finding out that fiber balances blood sugar. Like if ever you really want to balance your blood sugar, I know there are other ways, but fiber is like the number one guy, the alpha and the omega in this thing, like according to my research. So I introduced fiber into my diet, and girl, I saw the change. That is when, I would say, that is when the real progress started. That is when I saw that my pimples were going down. I literally would get just small little pimples, and you know how it started. Remember, I had like pimples here on my cheeks. They were like big like this, and I had a lot of pimples on my forehead. My forehead kind of like, literally, there was no skin that was clear. Everywhere it had a small pimple, it had acne. My forehead cleared first, and I was like, what? Like when I found out about fiber, how it balances my insulin, you know, is responsible for controlling the insulin function in the body, I made sure like fiber everywhere. Fiber when I wake up, fiber during the day, fiber at night, which I don't advise. Like, don't do too much. Anything that is good, when you abuse it, yes, it becomes bad. But for me, it made that change. And up to now, what other people say, they do a keto fast and all of that, but I felt like I already tried fasting, even though I didn't do it right, because I was still eating high carbs. I was like, I'm just gonna include fiber in my diet and reduce eating high carbs, and I literally increased my proteins at this point. Fiber also is responsible, like it makes you lose weight and all that. So I wanted to keep my muscle. I ate a lot of protein. And one other thing that I heard like you can do also is eat a lot of vitamin A. Make sure you have vitamin E in your diet as well. Vitamin A is the one that is responsible for your sweat glands and everything. It keeps them in check, it keeps them tight. Remember, the more androgens you get, like your sweat glands, they stretch and everything, they become bigger. One other thing that I was practicing because of these findings, I made sure that like I wash my face anytime, any chance that I get. Like, I don't want to see sweat. I made sure I wash my face and I moisturize my face. You know, I had already stressed my skin. This journey taught me that, you know what, try to find the root of your problem first. Like, try to find out what is causing your pimples really, so that you don't have to battle them all the time, because you can have the right soaps, the right skin routine and everything, but your pimples will keep popping, will keep coming up, because you're only dealing with the outside of the problem. So yeah, that is basically the thing that made it for me. Fiber, I'm speaking to you, it's very important. In my journey, I figured out that there's something called non-comedogenic products. So there's one thing that is very important to note for you women, for us women. I don't know if you've seen some of my vlogs before. I stopped putting makeup because I really wanted to make sure that my skin is breathing. I didn't know what is causing my pimples. Maybe it's the makeup, you know, because I'm a makeup person. I grew up loving makeup. I would wear it every day. So I was like, let me stop with the makeup. I found out that they are non-comedogenic products. These are basically products that don't clog your pores. So if you're having acne problems, try to buy makeup that is non-comedogenic. I'll put up a photo for you, an image for you that shows you some of the non-comedogenic makeups you can get. But even apart from makeup, even lotions, face creams and all that, you can always read the label on your product. Check if it's non-comedogenic. Then I'm sure you're good. I don't know at this point what I might be forgetting, but in conclusion, I would say, let's say, you know, the apple cider vinegar, I say it's good. I feel like it's something that you can do and include in your face routine. Just that at my point, I was fighting a really horrible acne, and I would say do have ginger shots. I mean, guys, these things, they're good for your health in a more broad spectrum. Like, all these little things that I tried, they're good. They're really good. Just that I was really in there and I wanted to really see this acne gone. But I feel like you could kind of like try everything, but more than anything, try to find out the root of your problem. I believe this acne research is more general. I know there's different types of acne, you know, there's hormonal acne and other acnes, you know. All in all, it all comes down to your diet. If your hormones are misbehaving or they're causing you problems, it all comes down to your diet as well. Like, what are you doing wrong? What are you eating that is not good for your body? What are you eating that is causing the problem you're facing? Even if it's not acne alone, like, you know, other people have acid reflux and what. I would just say in general, find the root of your problem and try to just cut it. Cut it. Let it be gone, okay? So if it's acne, let's find the root, cut it, cut those carbs. Just eat low carbs and increase the nutritional foods, increase your proteins, increase your vitamins, like, and everything. Include the fiber in there because it will definitely control your insulin for the better, for the best. And yeah, and just make sure that yes, you do take care of your skin on the outside as well. There are other factors like the amount of sunlight your skin is exposed to, you know, your type of work. We don't know, maybe bacteria gets onto your face like a lot, like, I don't know. Cut it at the root. Cut it at the root and continue doing your skincare routine. This is all I did and my skin is getting there. It's just little scarring that is still disappearing right now. I will show you the photos. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, like this video. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me something. Tell me about your acne journey, ask questions, suggest something, you know. We are all learning here. It's a learning process. So thank you. I love you. Stay genuine. A lot of people are fighting their acne on the outside. Your diet is the main reason that you're going through this. Cut it at the root. Then you continue doing your skincare routine and everything.